All right, guys. Good morning and welcome to today live trading section. Today live analysis with Vetexx. And today, basically, we are going to be analyzing the synthetic market and also look out for opportunities in the market and how we can make good use of them. So, if this is your first time of coming across this channel, my name is Vetexx, and what I do every day on this channel is I do analyze the synthetic market using pure technical analysis and price action. So basically, I show you how you can learn how to trade and also show you basically how I trade and make money from the synthetic market. So first of all, I'm going to be now my screen is already shared with you, so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how I trade every day and how you too you can learn and replicate the old things and get the same result. So without wasting much of our time, I'm going to show you everything step by step. So pay close attention as we proceed. Okay, so first of all, every day before we do the analysis, before we proceed, first of all, the system we trade is called the advanced market structure. So basically, we look at for structures and then liquidity. Okay, look at for structures and liquidity. We check out where price is coming from and where it's going to. That takes us to what they call top-down analysis. Right, so we'll do that and then we'll mark our point of interest and wait for price to come into our point of interest and then buy or sell. Okay, so first of all, this is the system we trade. Okay, first of all, we have the advanced market structure. We have uh, price giving a series of higher high, higher low, and then we have what the sweep of liquidity, a break of structure, 50% retracement, and then price giving us a second break of structure. And then we have price coming into our point of interest and then selling off. Okay, so this is what the advanced market structure is all about. Okay, we have a sweep of liquidity here, which is used for continuation. Then a sweep of liquidity, then a sweep of liquidity. We have first break of structure. We have structural liquidity here. We have second break of structure here, and then this high here becomes our protected high. Okay, and the whole of this zone is what our point of interest. Okay, so price will tap into this zone and then continue to the opposite direction. All right. So if you are doing top analysis, before you take any trade on any pair, okay, you must make sure that price gives you the whole of this, and then you should understand number one where price is coming from, and then where price is what going to. Okay, you must know where price is coming from and where price is going to. That help you to make a clearer decision in the market. Okay, so this becomes your starting point and this is your finish point. So you do this analysis on the 24-hour time frame on the weekly time frame to serve you as what direction. Okay, and on the 4 hour time frame is where you now scale down to your 1 hour, 30 minutes and 15 minutes time frame for your what continuation. Okay, so this is basically what happened, and this is how you can make the market. All right, so once you get your direction on the higher time frame, you come down to the lower time frame and look for your continuation. Look out for your continuation structure. Okay, so now this is basically the whole concept of the advanced market structure. It was give you what a sweep of liquidity, a break of structure, a 50% retracement, another break of structure, and then you wait for price to take out this structural liquidity. Remember, this structural liquidity is used for what? It's used for continuation. So once price take out the structural liquidity, tap into your point of interest, it will continue to the opposite direction. A moment, please. So once price take that, to now continue to the what? To the opposite direction. So this is what we then have. Okay. So first of all, you look at where the price is coming from, the starting point and the finish point, and then you look for continuation until the target is taken out on the higher time frame. So that is basically it. Now let's check out the first pair on our list, and then we'll do top down analysis on the pair, and let's see where the price is coming from and where it's supposed to go to. So first of all, we have what? Step 500. So from the rules of the advanced market structure, we are going to scale down and check where the price is coming from, where it's going to. So first of all, we have a sweep of liquidity, which is right here. We have a sweep of liquidity here. There's a sweep of liquidity here, sorry. Yeah. We have a sweep of liquidity here, and then we have our structural liquidity, which is right here. And also we have what? First break of structure, and we have what? Our second break of structure, which is here. Edges are what? Protected high. And these are point of interest. So we're anticipating the price to tap into this point of interest and give us a continuation. But then let's check 4 hour time frame if price is reacting from any point of interest. If you look closely on the 4 hour time frame, we have We have a strip of liquidity here. Okay, we have our first break of structure here, which is on the 4 hour. We have what here, structural liquidity, and this becomes our protected high. Now this is our second break of structure, which is here. So what do you have currently? You have price currently in our point of interest, which is here. So going down to the 1 hour structure to look for continuation, do we have anything on the 1 hour? Of course we do. Let me remove this. So on this 1 hour, we have a structure here in the 1 hour, which is number one, we have what? Sweep of liquidity, first break of structure. So we have our first break of structure, which is here, and then we have our structural liquidity, we have our second break. This right here is our second break, and this is our protected high. So this one now becomes what? Point of interest. So what do we do next? We wait for price to tap into this point of interest and move to the opposite direction. So we wait for this to come here, continue the move in the opposite direction. So this is what you're anticipating on it's a 500. Okay, this is what we're anticipating on the 500 continuation to the opposite direction. So definitely price give us this, and then we'll sell to the opposite direction. But before you just jump into this, you make sure you wait for what? A confirmation entry. Confirmation entry is what will make you to know that okay, the price is going to actually sell from there. So you look out for confirmation entry. So the next we are going to be checking is V51S. So starting from the 24-hour time frame, let's check V51S. We have price moving on the weekly time frame, it has already smashed the target. And then we have what now? Currently, we check the 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, what do we have? We have what? We have a sweep of liquidity which is here. This is our protected low. This is our first break of structure. This is our structural liquidity. This is our second break of structure. So this one becomes what? Point of interest. So now that price is in this point of interest, what do we anticipate? Anticipate price to give us a continuation move to the opposite direction. So this is what we're anticipating on V51S. So price to just do something like this. Come back here, tap it and then move to the opposite direction. So this is the continuation confirmation that we're anticipating on V51S. Okay, so we anticipate this on V51S. Yes. So hopefully it does this, give us what we are looking for, and then continue the move to the opposite direction. So currently this is what we have on step on V51s. Nothing happening yet. So we'll check the next pair to check if we are going to find a setup on. So the next we have a V75 1S. V75 1S. So I'll be checking from the 24-hour time frame. On the 24-hour time frame, we have what? We have a sweep of liquidity on V75 1S. We have what? Protected high. These are protected high. Here, have our first break of structure here. These are structural liquidity. Then we have our second break of structure. These becomes our what? Point of interest. So right now, this is our starting point. These are starting points. And this low here is our finish point. Okay. So what do we do now? We'll go to the 4-hour time frame and start looking for continuation. So we'll check the 4-hour time frame. So on the 4-hour time frame, nothing is currently happening. So we'll check the 1-hour time frame. At the 1-hour time frame, still yet we can't find the continuation on the 1 hour. So we don't go below 1 hour when doing top down analysis. So currently V75 1S, there is nothing on it at the moment. So next is V25 1S. V25 1S starting from the 24-hour time frame. On 24-hour time frame, price is bullish or is reacting somewhere on the 1 hour on the 4-hour time frame. So let's check it out. So on the 4-hour time frame, we have this. You have what a sweep of liquidity. You have our protected low here, and then we have structural liquidity. First break of structure here. You have structural liquidity here, and then price giving us what second break of structure, which is here, and this one becomes what point of interest, right? So now what does price do? We go to the 1 hour time frame, or let's say 30 minutes. See that price gives us a continuation. Come into it, tap into it, and then move to the opposite direction. So this is what we first have. Then look at the move here. Let me remove this. Then we have this protected low. And as price tap into the point of interest, move straight to the full target, which is here. So at this point, to anticipate more buy to the opposite direction. Because remember, this is the starting point. This is the starting point, and this is the finish point. This is the starting point, and this is the finish point. So now check what V50. Let's check V50 index. Starting from the 24-hour time frame, price has smashed the target on 24-hour time frame. So what do we have now? We'll go to the 4-hour time frame and check if we are going to find a continuation on the 4-hour time frame. In the 4-hour time frame, we can't really see anything. So go to the 1 hour and check. Because the place price reacted from recently. So we have a sweep here. You have structural liquidity here. This is our first break, and this is our second break. So these are our point of interest. Now this place, if you go to the 30 minutes time frame, you see a continuation from there, and price already respected it, which is this. Price tap into it and sold off to the opposite direction. So on this particular trend, price has almost smashed the target. So I don't think we have anything tangible here again for price to come back to. So I think right now we start looking for a new structure that price should react from. Start anticipating a new structure so that price can react from it. Because currently there is nothing. Price has already oversold. You check very well. Let me refresh the page. So currently this is what we have. Price has already oversold and then it's trying to retest. So what do we do now? I think at this point we'll sit on our hands and watch what price is about to do. It's either it's come back to this 4-hour time frame soon, because we have a 4-hour POI here. Or it come and start selling from this point. So we also have this. So if that price come here, it come to this point and sell off. So one out of the two. So we are anticipating this also. So what's the next way we have? We're going to be V51S. Starting from the 24-hour time frame, V15 is bearish. Is bearish. So look out for the nearest recent point of interest, and then let's check if we will see something tangible. So you can see from this 4-hour time frame, we have this sweep of liquidity here. On V15, we have this sweep of liquidity, and then we have what our first break of structure. Okay, and then this is our protected high. This is what our structural liquidity, which we need to take out, and here becomes what our second break of what structure. So this one becomes what our point of interest. So what do we do now? Let's go to the 1 hour time frame and check if we see a continuation to sell from there. So in the 1 hour time frame, this is what we have. So what do we do next? We go down to the 30 minutes. So currently this is what we have. So there's nothing happening currently until price gives us a very strong sales setup. Then we can start selling V51s. So right now we'll sit on our hands until our structure form. Then we can start selling this pair. But right now you already know that this here is the starting point and here is the finish point. So we start looking for continuation until this target is now taken out. So the next we'll be checking is V100. So V100 is bearish on the 24-hour time frame. You already have this already marked down. So let me remark it again. We have our sweep, which is here. We have what structural liquidity. We have first break of structure here. And we have a second break of structure here. This is what our protected high. This one becomes what point of interest. Right now, this is going to be the starting point, and this below here is going to be the finish point. Okay, so this is the starting point, this is the finish point. Right now, we'll go to the 4-hour time frame. If you find our continuation, the 4-hour time frame, we don't have anything yet. So We'll go to the 1 hour time frame. In this 1 hour time frame, we have a sweep here. Then you have our protected high here. So this becomes our first break of structure, which is inside here. And then this is what second break of our structure, which is here. So these are our point of interest. So price will drop once you tap into this point of interest. So this is what we have. Okay. So we're anticipating this move. So if price come here, once price come into this zone, and anticipate price will give us this. And then come into this PY and then sell to the opposite direction. So this is what we have. This is what we anticipate on V100. So we anticipate this on V100. Okay. So this is just like an extra confirmation for us to sell in this higher time frame. So if price just tap into this zone, we don't just jump into sell immediately. We wait for this continuation to form and then we can then start selling to the opposite direction. Right. So let's check the next pair, which is VTNS. So on the weekly time frame, VTNS is bearish, is bullish, yet to smash the target. And then we have what? So on the 24-hour time frame, we don't have the direction. The price has not given us where it's coming from and where it's going to. So go to the what? 4-hour time frame. In the 4-hour time frame, we still don't have where price is coming from and where it's going to at the moment. Alright. So I think currently we are going to let this pair be because no clear direction has been given yet. No clear direction has been given yet. Okay. So the next pair we check it was step 300. Step 300 on the 24-hour time frame is what is bearish and it's trying to give us a 4-hour continuation, which is around here. Okay. So let's check the 4-hour time frame and see what price is doing. Okay, so we have this point of interest there. So this is what we are anticipating. So if price come into this zone on the 4-hour, we'll go to the 1-hour structure and anticipate price to give us this, and then come back to the zone, tap into the supply or demand level inside, and then we'll sell it to the opposite direction. Probably we'll hold it from this point down to this point. So this is what we'll just anticipate at the moment on this pair. So hopefully it gives us that, and then we'll ride it. Once it gives us that, we'll ride it. Alright, so this is what we're anticipating. Whether it is 24-hour time frame. Okay. So once price does this, we have a clear direction that okay, price is going to start moving to this direction and probably hold it until this target is taken out. Okay, so this is what we have on step 300. So the next pair we are going to be checking is what? Step 200. So we have step 200. Starting from the 24-hour time frame, where is it coming from and where is it going to? So in the 24-hour time frame, we don't know where price is coming from yet and where it's going to at the moment. So let's check the 4-hour time frame. And let's see if you have any recent point of interest that will be anticipating for price to tap into and continue the move to the opposite direction. So first of all, we have a sweep of liquidity which is right here. This is a sweep of liquidity. Have a sweep of liquidity which is right here. And then we have a projected high here. Structural liquidity, first break, and then we have a second break. And this becomes our point of interest. Okay, so we anticipate price to tap. This is the 4-hour time frame. Anticipate price to tap into this point of interest and give us this move here. So once price give us this move, we can then come into this zone, take our sell from here, and probably hold until this target is taken out. Okay, so this is what we are anticipating. So we anticipate this until price give us this, then we can take the trade and then probably hold to the target. Alright. The next pair we have is we're going to be looking at is what? V100S. So V100S starting from the 24-hour time frame, V100S is bullish on the 24-hour time frame. Okay, and then on the 4-hour time frame, what do we have? We have a POI that we've been anticipating for a very long time, which is this. Okay, we are still anticipating this. Price will still come back to this point of interest, or let's check the 1-hour time frame. If there's any recent point of interest you can work with. So there's no recent point of interest you can work with at the moment. So we'll still be on the lookout for this. Be on the lookout for this. So we check the next pair, which is step 100. What do we have on step 100? First of all, we have price giving us is let's check this 4-hour time frame because on the 24-hour time frame is bearish. So check the 4-hour time frame. Let's see what we have. On the 4 hour time frame, we don't have anything yet. Nothing on the 24 hour time frame. Unless price decide to do this. We have this as our sweep. This is our first break of structure. Alright, and then this is what this is our protected high. Here's our second break of structure, which is here. And this is our structural liquidity. So this one becomes what point of interest. So price is expected to. So for now, we anticipate price to do this. Tap into this point of interest and move to the opposite direction. Okay, so this is what we are anticipating. This is what we are anticipating on step 100. So for now, since it hasn't done that, we'll sit on our hands and watch for it to come out to play out next. So the next we have is V25. What do you have on V25? Starting from the 24-hour time frame, this is what I personally have been anticipating on 24 hour. Okay, so we have this sweep of liquidity. We have this, we have a protected high which is here. So these are the point of interest. These are PY1. These are PY2. Sorry, first break of structure, second break of structure. So anticipate price to come into this zone, give us a 1 hour continuation like this, or 4 hour, and then we can go to the 1 hour time frame structure and then anticipate the 1 hour continuation, so that we can then sell to the opposite direction. So this is what we're anticipating. So hopefully price gives us this, and then we can then move to the opposite direction. Alright. Once price gives us this, we can then keep selling to the opposite direction. So this is what we have, and this is what we're anticipating. So check the next pair, which is what V31S. On V31 is what we have. Starting from the 24-hour time frame, price is selling from this POI. So this is the starting point, and here is the finish point. This is the starting point, and this is the finish point. Okay. Starting point and then finish point. So we'll have this here. So we'll go to the 4 hour time frame and check if there's a continuation we can work with. Okay, we have price giving us this on the 1 hour time frame. On the 4 hour time frame, so let's check the 1 hour time frame. If there's anything there, just anything that we can hold on to. So there's a 1 hour point of interest here. Let's check if this liquidity is up to 50% retracement. So this is now up to 50% retracement. It's almost at it. So if price will come back to this zone and sell off, it's going to be a good thing. Alright, so we have a sweep of liquidity here. Then we have structural liquidity. This becomes what? First break of structure. Mind you, this is the 1 hour time frame. And we have our second break of structure here. Okay. And this is our what? Point of interest. So the whole of these zones are what? Point of interest. So we're anticipating price to come in here again and sell. Keep selling to the opposite direction. So this is what we're anticipating on V31s. Okay. We're anticipating this on V31s. Besides when price come into this zone on V31s, okay, the best approach is going to be this. Because since this is a daily time frame, okay, this is a daily time frame and this is a 1 hour time frame. Once price come here, we can't just start buying since it's on the daily time frame. So when price come here, we wait for price to give us a continuation on the daily time frame again, like this, so that we know that okay, definitely it's not coming here to just take it out. Alright. We're not think it's just coming here to take it out. It's coming here to give a continuation structure and then continue to the opposite direction. So once price come and give us this is what we are going to be anticipating. And once price give us this now, we're holding this trade from this up here down until this target is taken out. Okay. And then at the cost of price moving to the opposite direction, we are going to start looking for more continuation on the 1 hour or 30 minutes time frame until this target is finally taken out. So this is basically how we trade continuation entries. Okay, this is basically the best way to trade it. All right, on the 24-hour time frame, weekly time frame, one price give you a 24-hour time frame structure, and then it's trying to give you a 1 hour continuation or 4 hour continuation below it. You wait for price to give you a 1 hour continuation or 30 minutes, and then you sell from there. If price give you this confirmation, it's also called fractal confirmation. Okay, don't enter the trade aggressively. So this continuation is called fractal confirmation, whereby price give you a continuation, you wait for another continuation structure, the same structure on the higher time frame, another one to form, so you can take your trade from there. Okay. Now once you take your trade from there, you now hold to the time frame of the higher target. Okay. That's how you do high risk to reward and then you make crazy amount of profit. Okay, so this is basically how the whole thing work. Alright. This is basically how the whole thing works. So now if price comes to this zone, now wait for another continuation to form, then we can start selling to the opposite direction. I believe this is very, very clear enough. Alright. So with this type of system, you can take 3 to 4 trade in a week, and then in month you can see up to 4 or 5 trade, and you'll be very good at it. So now let's check the next pair, which is what? V90S. What do we have on V90S? So currently on V90S, starting from the 24-hour time frame, V90S has smashes its target. So we don't really have anything on V90S at the moment. So check the 4-hour time frame. Let's check the 4-hour time frame real quick. So if you check this 4-hour time frame, this thing I just explained just played out on the 4-hour time frame here. See where price is coming from somewhere here, alright. And then we have what? A protected high here. And these are structural liquidity, alright. And this becomes what? First break of structure around below here. This is it. Our first break of structure here. And this becomes our second break of structure, which is this. Alright. First break of structure, second break of structure. You remember once price start moving from this point, it didn't give us a continuation, but then it come back and give us a sell continuation from this. Okay. Remember this is the 4-hour time frame. So you can easily bank on the 4-hour time frame continuation. So this is the 4-hour time frame, and then price give us what? Another continuation on the 4-hour. So this is another continuation for the sale. So once price give us this, there's a supply demand there. I'm not taking that yet. As price give us this, You sell, take out the structure and then continue moving to the opposite direction. Remember, when price retraces back to this zone, it didn't take out this thing, it didn't take out the protected high. Okay, you just come around that zone, play around and then return back. Okay, so if you're in this trade, this is going to be like a normal retracement. Okay, price didn't take it out, and then as this 1 hour confirmation is being, this fractal confirmation has been given, you can also hold this trade from this 1 hour structure, because this is the confirmation that okay, price is definitely going to start selling from this zone. So you can start holding this trade from this zone all the way to this point. So this can give you up to 10, 1 to 20 rates to reward, 1 to 25 rates to reward, depending on how well you know how to hold trade. So this was a beautiful sell. Okay, and this the same thing happened here. Okay, the same thing happened here. Okay, so price tap into this 4 hour point of interest. Okay, price tap into this 4 hour point of interest. Okay, give started moving. Okay, and then give this 1 hour point of interest again. Okay, so price come back to this 1 hour point of interest, sold off, take out the structure, and then give another one for re-entry. So we have another 1 hour point of interest here. Okay, as this is it. So price tap here and then starts moving to the opposite direction. But if I'm to take jump on any of these trade, okay, this is what I'm going to be jumping on, because as you see, the first 1 hour continuation structure that price gave, even though price was retracing crazily, all right, the target was not taken out. Okay, it wasn't taken out. It was never taken out. So this is what we have. You did all this retracement and then still move to the opposite direction and smashes the target. So this is it. Alright, so the same thing is trying to happen on V31S. Same thing trying to happen on V31S here. So this is it. So go to the 4 hour time frame, you definitely see it too. So this is it. So price is trying to come into this zone. So when price come into this zone, we can actually sell from here to the opposite direction. So this is what we have to. I don't. I wish I can see some other trade that have similar scenario and then display that. Okay, the reason why this wasn't holding was because okay, look at this sweep. This is not valid. Okay, we have this as well. Let's take it as nothing tangible happened here. Let me check other sell that I've held in the past. We have this. Price never came back. We have this price price didn't came back, and we have a continuation. Mhm. Yeah, we have a continuation here that price sold off from, and then take it out into the opposite direction. This is naturally valid. So that is it. So the next pair is going to be V75. Let's check V75 if you have anything happening on V75. Starting from the 24-hour time frame, V75 is bearish, very bearish. So on the 24-hour time frame, we don't have anything. So we check the 4 hour time frame. And the 4 hour time frame, we still don't have anything. So from there, we go to the 1 hour time frame. Let's check. I think I can spot something on the 1 hour time frame. Okay, on the 1 hour time frame, we have a sweep of liquidity. Okay, on the 1 hour time frame, we have this a sweep of liquidity. We have a protected high, a first break of structure, and then a structural liquidity. And what a second break of structure here. So this is what our point of what interest. Alright, this is our point of interest. And what do you anticipate? Anticipate price to do this. Move sell to the opposite direction. So this is what we anticipate. This is what we anticipate price to do on V75. So this is how we enter on V75. So when price come here, once price come here to give us a continuation like this, then we tap into it and then sell to the opposite direction. So this is what we're anticipating on V75. Alright, this is what we anticipate on V75. So once you give us this, we can then start pushing it. Okay, so it might give us something like this. So this will become our what sweep of this will become our what sweep of liquidity. This right here will become structural liquidity, and this will become what protected high. And then we anticipate price to come into this zone, and then sell off to the opposite direction. Okay, so this is what we anticipate. Definitely price is going to do that. So the next we'll check in is step 400. Step 400 starts from the 24-hour time frame. What do we have? Step 400. Step 400 we don't have anything currently. Okay, there's nothing on step 400. So let's check the 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame we don't have anything. On the 1 hour time frame we don't still have anything. So the only setup we have today is V step 500. So be on the lookout for step 500. So be on the lookout for step 500. Here's the setup. Here is the setup. So we anticipate this at step 500. So when price come into this zone, we can sell. So be on the lookout for this step 500 and then wait for it. So today we've come to the end of our live analysis and we'll call it a day. So same time tomorrow by 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. we'll be coming on live to do another analysis. So this happens from Monday to Friday, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. and I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Make sure if you are joining for the first time, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and also join our Telegram channel. And if you want to use the broker we use to trade synthetic indices, the link to register on Deriv broker, which is the broker I use, is in the description of this video. So do well to click on it, sign up, and then let's start trading. Alright, so I'll see you tomorrow and join the Telegram channel for more updates about other trades that will be coming up later in the day. So take care of yourself and have a nice day.